Hello and welcome to the first of many educational videos. My name is Floki and I represent the Crypto Foundry, where we make learning the basics of crypto trading accessible to everyone. We'll be starting by the first element of the Elliott Wave class, which is an impulse wave. What is an impulse wave? The exact definition would be a pattern in technical trading that describes a strong move in a financial asset's price coinciding with the main direction of the underlying trend. So what does that look like, graphically speaking? It looks like this. So in these lines, you basically have a series of 5 waves. You have wave 1 of the impulse, which is upwards. So you see the trend here is up. So the strength of the move, when it's going up, needs to be stronger than when it's correcting. So waves 1, 3, and 5 need to be going into this direction. And you'll have the corrective waves, which are wave 2 and wave 4. There's also another type of wave that we need to be aware of. That would be the diagonal, which is another type of motive wave, which we will look at a later point, but I want to show you what it might look like. Normally the shape of these are either contracting or expanding. I'm showing you the contracting one right now. So you have the impulse wave going up, which is then followed by a corrective pattern, the most basic of which is the ABC zigzag immediately after wave 5. Down, correcting upwards, followed by down. Speaking of impulse, your strong waves when you're correcting downwards follow the opposite direction. So you now have the strong wave being wave A, the corrective wave B, and another strong wave in C. And these waves repeat themselves through most of the time frames. So how about we take a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart to see if we can't identify 5 waves of impulse. Oh, I wrote this down. What is Elliott Wave? Elliott Wave principle. I think I made a typo here. Anyway, you can read it. Let's zoom in to the 2017 move upwards. I think we might have to zoom in to this time frame. Where'd you go? Set me way back. There we go. It's still not totally to my liking, but we can deal with it. See, the waves here are not very, very clear, but we can work with them. Start at the bottom always. Wave 1, correction. wave 3, correction, wave 5, and a correction. As you can see, this correction is more than a zigzag, and we'll get into that in later lessons. But for now, I want to talk about the particularities of the impulse wave. So let's zoom in one more time. We need to go back. There we go. So these are the basic rules of the impulse wave. Wave 2 cannot retrace more than the beginning of wave 1. So what that rule means is you have the start of wave 1 here at 0. Wave 2 cannot come back below, or it's invalidated. You need to redo your count. That's rule 1. Wave 3 cannot be the shortest impulse wave, but does not have to be the longest. This is a very important rule. And it's one that many beginners in Elliott Wave make. So you measure your wave 1. So wave 3 is safely longer than wave 1. So it's not the shortest. So right there, this rule has been respected. You don't even need to measure wave 5. And the last rule, which is one where there are exceptions, is that this wave here, wave 4, cannot retrace into wave 1 territory. The exception to that rule is in markets where it's heavily leveraged. For example, you have Binance and on an extremely volatile coin with people doing 50x, 100x. Wave 4 can wick into wave 1 without invalidating the count. That's not the case here. So you notice the structure for the impulse wave is impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. I said earlier that we should be able to subdivide these into smaller waves. Let's do that with wave 3. Wave 3, we should be able to divide it into 5 subwaves. So let's just upgrade this here to a higher level. And let's see here. Interesting. So we have wave 1 here, very small wave 1. Wave 3, which has a lot of strength, a lot of volume, as you can see here. We have A, B, C, so wave 4 would be here, and you have an extended fifth wave here. Like that. And these wave 4s are subdivisible in what we seen a while ago. Corrective waves, in this case, a zigzag. Which if we zoom in just a little bit more, you can see another zigzag right in here. This is the corrective wave, just like that. And on the zigzag, if we zoom in more, we should be able to place 5 waves here. Probably something like this. Is this invalid? We'd have to zoom in more to find the waves, but I'm sure we can make them work. They're more apparent in this one. So we can have 1 here, 2, 3, 4. Oh my, almost invalid, right? But it still works. So as you could see, the basic structure for impulse waves is 5 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves, 3 waves, and another 5 waves up. If something doesn't work in your waves, try to redo your count, starting all over. It's easier to start counting the waves on higher time frames. On traditional markets, the weekly time frame should be good for counting your first waves. In crypto, which is a little bit newer on the market, you can start with the daily. All right, I think the next class should be either the corrective waves, the zigzags, the flats, the combos, or the Fibonacci ratios. So I'm going to post this video, and in the comments, if you can please leave me what the next lesson should be. So either corrective waves or Fibonacci. Let me know. Floki out. Thank you.